Greetings, Neo-Swedenborgians. I'm going to make a basic point which I made long ago on my other channel. And that is that speaking Neo-Swedenborgianistically is basically speaking rationally, but it can be rationally observed that this NDE, so-called NDE experience with the tunnel of light and the city of light and grandma and the bed of flowers and the greenest grass you've ever seen, that whole thing is now predictable and observable. You can predict that 10% of the people who have a cardiac arrest in a clinical setting will report some such thing, which does not mean it is objectively real. It means it is subjectively real, and our entire lives are subjective. And it's similar to the so-called phantom limb phenomena. A person accidentally cuts their finger off somehow. Building a boat is how my friend did it. And they still feel pain in the finger, right? And this is a well-documented phenomenon. And if it happens to you and you go to your doctor about it, they would say, well, we know about this phenomena. We'll prescribe a painkiller, and it usually goes away in time, right? So the person with the cut off finger comes to the doctor with no finger there and says, Doc, I have a pain in my finger. He does not scoff and laugh. He does not ridicule, pain in your finger, but you ain't got no finger. That's not what the doctor says, right? Because this subjective experience has been observed objectively for years, okay? We're in the same boat with the NDE right now, and nobody really realizes it. This is the Neo-Swedenborgian revelation, right? The NDE, if it's all in your head, well, it's part of physiology. Then this hyper-real visitation with grandma, which people come back over and over again and say was more real than real, it might be an illusion. Let's just say it is an illusion created by your physiology. But you also have to add that this illusion is subjectively perceived as more real than this reality. Okay, this is all in the study after study after study of this. They perceived greater reality. Okay, and so since they are indistinguishable, right? Here's the point I need to make at the beginning. Since these two things are indistinguishable, which is to say, the NDE experience is either real, more real than this, like they say, or it is a consistent and persistent illusion of a greater reality. So it's either real or it only seems more real, right? So that pain you feel, those smells you smell, that color you see, it's not really real. It only seems real. See? And that's a meaningless distinction. So there's no reason to preface everything I say with this idea that it might only seem real to you at the time. It might not be objectively real, but if it seems real to you at the time, what does it matter if it's objectively real or not? Okay, so that's the background I wanted to get past. But more specifically, there is a real easy way to deal with this whole subject, which is not paranormal and not spiritualistic and not woo-woo or woo, as some people say, which is to say that this is all, what we're talking about is now is the spirit world, right? The spirit world. And there's an old-fashioned usage of this word spirit, which means your feelings. Are you in good spirits or bad spirits? How are your spirits, meaning your emotional state, right? And you can be a Neo-Swedenborgian without having any relation to the afterlife whatsoever, which is to say you just look at this as your spirit world. You have things and people who you have feelings about, right? This is the atheistic Neo-Swedenborgianism. Atheistic Neo-Swedenborgianism doesn't even believe in the afterlife, so we don't even talk about that. What we talk about is our relation to our spirit world, the world of our feelings, the relationship between our one side of our brain and the other, our rational mind and our irrational mind. And what we're doing is we're mapping out our spirit world. And the way you map out your spirit world is one word. People, right? People. We map it out by people. Who do we have feelings about? This is our spirit world, the world of our feelings. And let's say, I'll answer for Wilfredo.